An Erios original.
Hello and welcome to Web Crawlers. This is our mini episode where we get into all things weird. And today we are going to get into what is happening in the stock market.
The stonk market.
The stonk market. Just to preface, none of us understand. I'm a Reiki master and
I have like a brief understanding, but like a dummies, like stocks for dummies.
Yes.
Like understanding of what's
if you're
happening.
looking for a financial podcast, this is not it.
Go look for Market Watch.
Yes.
CNBC, Jim Cramer. Do not listen to the rest of this podcast.
I just don't want any reviews being like, these girls didn't know what they were talking about. Like, we know. Like, this is just us trying to...
Dumb bitches. Dumb.
This is us trying to understand it.
Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that in my life today.
I don't need it in my life today either. So, Maria and Melissa, you guys both bought stocks, right?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, explain to me what you guys did, if you don't mind being open about it.
Okay, so... do you know what a short stock is?
Sure. Is that the same as day trading?
Well, it's a part of day trading. So a short is when you borrow a stock from a broker and then you sell it immediately at whatever price you bought it at. Say you bought AMC for $10.
Okay.
You borrow it from like a hedge fund or a company. You're like, I need to borrow the stock for a week. And then you sell it at the $10 or whatever. This is a stock that a company that's like, you know, is going to go down. It's not a huge company. You're assuming that the price is going to go down. And this happens a lot. Like you can borrow stocks, you pay like a small percentage, and that's how everyone makes money.
I don't understand. I'm like already confused. You have said half a sentence and I'm already confused. How do you borrow a stock?
It's a thing called short selling. It's what happens on the stock market a lot. You can borrow stocks from a company where the company you borrow it from, they make a money, they make a percentage. You're like, can I borrow the stock for a week? Can I borrow it for a month? Can I borrow it for a couple weeks? And they're like, yes, sure, but pay us a percentage and we need it back though.
Okay, so it's kind of like leasing a house.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, got it.
A short stock is for a company like GameStop or AMC that aren't doing very well that you think are going to go down. You're like, I don't think the stock's going to do very well. So then as soon as you borrow the stock, you have the stock, you sell it immediately. Say it's $10. You sell that stock immediately to whoever wants to buy it. People you sell stocks to, your broker, whatever.
Okay.
You sold the stock for $10 and then over the next few days, the price goes down.
Okay.
Like you predicted, this price goes down. Say it goes down to like $7.
Okay.
And you sold it for $10. The stock is only worth $7. You decide to buy it back for $7.
Okay.
So now you own this stock for $7. And then you return it to whoever you leased it from. You say, here's the stock back. And you made a profit of $3 because you sold it for $10.
Okay.
But then you bought it back for $7. So you have $3.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And you return the stock.
Okay.
Everyone's square. But you made $3.
Okay. I feel like I'm in kindergarten. You're like, okay, so there's two apples and 3 oranges. How many pieces
that's
of
how
fruit
you have
are
to
there
learn
total?
That's like, I had to read over and over. I'm like, this is how. So like you borrow something from someone, you sell it, and then you replace it.
Got it. Okay, this makes sense.
So people do this in like the thousands and millions. You borrow a stock for a week. You borrow 100,000 shares of GameStop. It goes down $2. You make $200,000. You sell the stock back to the original owner. They make a small percentage off what you made. And this is how hedge funds make millions upon billions of dollars. It's called short selling.
This is crazy.
So, but then what happens is what happened with this whole GameStop thing. So instead, say you buy GameStop for $10, thinking it's going to go down to $7, but then it goes up and you're like, oh shit, You sold that stock for $10 already, thinking it was going to go down to $7. You're going to make $3, but the stock went up.
Oh, shit.
So you're like, fuck, I need to get these stocks back because I owe this person these stocks. You're like, the only way I can get these stocks back is if I buy them for $15 when I sold them for $10. So I need to pay more to get the stock back because I owe my friend this stock that I borrowed from him.
Yeah.
So the thing with short selling is that the price can go up an infinite number because the more the stock goes up, like say if you buy a $10 stock, you sold it for $10.
Yeah.
If the stock goes up, it can go up to $200. You need to be able to buy those stocks to give back to your friend.
Yeah, shit.
And so you're going to end up paying $200 for one stock.
So why did GameStop keep going up, or why did it
because there's public records of short selling. You can find stocks that have a high percentage of short sells. Like for GameStop, people on Reddit, this like Wall Street Bets subreddit, people were tracking which stocks had a high percentage of short sells. Oh. And so GameStop had a huge percentage of people who owned short sells. They were assuming the stock was going to go down. And so they rallied everyone together. It was like, buy GameStop, buy GameStop. Everyone bought it.
Oh, shit.
And the price went up. It was like, what, $20 or $40? And it went up to $300.
Oh, my God.
So now all these hedge funds who borrowed the stock at $20, they sold all their shares. They owe, all these shares back, and they can only buy these shares for like $200, $300, $400. So they're losing billions of dollars. This hedge fund, Melvin and Company or whatever, they went bankrupt.
Shut up. Are you serious?
Because the price of what GameStop is to buy back was more than what their company is worth.
So then like Robinhood, this app that people are buying the stocks on, obviously has to be in cahoots with the hedge funds and stuff like that, because they're like, you can't buy these stocks anymore because what? They don't want to hurt the...
Well, yes. This is why everyone is so pissed, because I've had Robinhood for like 8 years or whatever, just like buying like $2 stocks or whatever. You can buy Bitcoin and Dogecoin on there now. I bought GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, Nokia.
Oh my God.
All like the stocks that everyone was like talking about. So what happened, the hedge fund guys were like freaking out. And so Citadel, which is a company that pays for a lot of Robinhood's, their revenue to like pay out to all the customers. Citadel contacted Robinhood and was like, yo, we're losing a shit ton of money. We need you to make GameStop, AMC, BB. We need you to make these unavailable so the stock will tank to go back down to the lower price so we can buy them back because we're broke as shit. And if people can't buy them, the price is going to go down.
How is that legal?
It's not.
Right. It's not.
And that's exactly what happened this morning because I woke up and the stock was up. GameStop was at like $400. Everything was up.
Yeah, it was wild.
How much money did you make at first before the shit went down, shit hit the fan?
Well, it was always moving around, but it was up to a point where it was like, it was more, I mean, like AMC was doubled almost, like, and then GameStop was just unbelievable. I mean,
GameStop went from 40, it was up to 400 this morning.
Jesus Christ.
People made millions of dollars, like on Wall Street Bets on Reddit. People made millions of dollars. People were showing receipts of paying off their student loans.
That's incredible.
And it's crazy how simple it is to manipulate.
Yeah.
But it's not even manipulating. It's just like
playing it.
Because what the hedge fund people are saying is like, oh, this isn't fair. That it's basically like a bunch of people, this populist group of like people coming together and saying we're going to take down. And it's like, no, you guys have closed door dinners all the time. You guys talk with each other. This is exactly what you guys do. You do this all the time. All we're doing is doing it publicly in front of everyone and going like, hey, let's go buy this stock, and then going to do it because that's what they do.
It's exactly what they do. And then when, poor people on Reddit do it, they're like, oh, no, this can't happen. This is crazy. So then they go behind the scenes and these rich people talk and they're like, how can we fix this? let's make it so no one can buy these stocks. They'll tank.
But you can't sell. But you can't. That's the thing on Robinhood. There is no buy button.
But you can sell, which is fucked up. They want people to sell them.
Yeah.
And so people are. People pay up. Of course, people who had thousands of dollars invested, of course they're going to sell because they're scared. Like they're losing so much money. They have no choice but to sell. And so the price is, I don't know what it's down to now, like under $200.
I mean, that's still up from what it was, right?
Of course, yeah. And that's the thing. It's like all the Reddit people are going like, do not sell, hold, because
that's the only way you win, is if everyone holds.
That's the only way you win. And these hedge funds have to pay off their debts by tomorrow, Friday. So if they hold, basically the more people buy, the more these people are going to have to pay out come Friday.
Because they still need to buy all these shares to send back to whoever they borrowed them from. And so everyone's hoping that, I mean, of course people are going to sell. Like, I don't blame them. It's crazy. And it's crazy that like...
So this is like a coup, basically. This is like a coup against Wall Street.
Well, not even. All it is just someone literally went, hey, this is, all this information is public. So this Melvin group, I guess, bet against GameStop 140%.
Yeah.
Which is not even possible. So like so what the Redditor was doing was like, well, this doesn't make any sense. So let's just drive this up to screw these people. And then what happened was people got on board and it was like people just started making money, even if they weren't like into like screwing the hedge funds, because it was like the prices were going up so quickly that if you put in $2 in an hour, you might have, $50.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, and then what happened was then night came, everyone went to bed, all these people stayed up that were hedge fund managers and were like, how do we do this? And by the time everyone woke up, they were screwed.
That's so crazy. What was the thread that this originated from?
It's from Wall Street Bets, which is on Reddit. I haven't looked far back, but I know this was like at least a month of planning.
Wow.
Of this one guy who like started this whole thing, who made like millions of dollars. I can't remember his Reddit name. And there was a Discord that it got banned because of hate speech.
So they're doing a class action complaint against Robinhood.
Yeah. But like the money that they're going to have to, like, even if they get sued, the money that they'll have to pay out in a lawsuit is still less than what they would have to pay out all of these customers.
Which is probably why they did it. They probably went, look, we're going to have to pay $20 billion for a lawsuit, or $40 billion.
And so Citadel comes in and is like, you have to stop this, which is crazy. You can't, it's like me saying like, oh, I lost $7 on AMC. Hey, Robinhood, you got to stop the stock market until my $7.
Well, you have said that to them before.
I have. And they were like, who are you?
The most infuriating thing is the changing of the game midway through. I mean, it was literally like you're playing a game of tennis and like you throw up a serve and like you miss the ball and then you go like, oh, by the way, that's a point now. Yeah. And the other person's like, well, wait, you're supposed to hit it over the net. You're like, no, this is actually, I get the point. And then no one can stop you from doing that. And then you win the game. Like, that's how crazy it is, where it's
they're
like
changing the rules.
There's a post on here that AOC tweeted, Alexandria Cortez, saying that she's going to go on Twitch tonight at 8:30 p.m. to discuss GameStop and retail trading and the stock market. And she's going to have guests and like talk about what's going on here.
Yeah, they're going to probably have a Senate hearing.
It's crazy how much it's bringing everyone together.
Yeah, Ted Cruz, like agreing with
Ted Cruz, AOC,
Donald Trump Jr.,
Elon Musk. Like all these
Ja
people
Rule.
just from every side of like the aisle are like, this is the craziest thing we've ever seen.
Other than AOC, that's not a great list of people. Ja Rule of Firefest, Ted Cruz, and Donald Trump Jr. I like only was really for AOC in that list of people.
Elizabeth Warren.
Okay, love Elizabeth Warren.
But when I saw Ja Rule tweet about it, I was like, it's over. It's a scam. Ja Rule gets involved. I was like, it's over, folks.
He wants to throw a party on a private island for...
Like, oh. But yeah, everyone is pissed about it. Everyone who's not a hedge fund
crazy.
owner.
So we found this description. I mean, Melissa, you did an incredible job.
Yeah, that was really good.
Should we read this picture I sent you guys that someone posted on Reddit?
Sure.
kind of describing what it is. Do you want to read it since people don't like my voice?
No, we got a review that someone said your voice cured their sickness.
Yeah. They were sick of being able to hear, and I broke their eardrums.
Yeah.
Did I beat you to it, Maria?
No.
No, I wasn't even thinking of
I'm going to
that.
read this review real quick. It's from Gianto89. I recently had an ear infection, and the only cure was Allie's soothing voice. My ears have never felt healthier. These ladies are hilarious and entertaining, and I love that they are so engaged with their fans all around a 10/10 podcast.
Yeah, my shrill
Wow.
drilled out all the wax that was hanging out in there.
Well, there you go.
Read the thing that they posted on Reddit that kind of describes everything.
This is probably the clearest explanation of a stock of what happening. So this first you need to understand what a short is. So a short is when you borrow a stock from a broker, you sell it immediately at its current price. Then you hope the stock's price falls such that you can buy the stock back at a lower price and return the shares you borrowed to your broker. But you keep the difference. Like you keep the $3 that you made off of whatever. For example, let's say I want to short XYZ, which has a current price of $10. I borrow one share and I sell it immediately at $10. And I now have $10, but I still owe my broker the one share that I borrowed. And so then let's say the price of XYZ stock drops to $7. I now decide to cover it, which means buy it back, my short position, and buy one share at $7, and then return the one borrowed share to my broker. I made $10 when I sold it and only had to pay $7 to buy it back lower, so my difference is $3. And so now let's say that instead of the XYZ price dropping to 7, it goes up to 15. I still need to return the one borrowed share to my broker, except now it's going to cost me a lot more to buy it back. So if I buy it back at 15, so I can return the borrowed shares, my losses will be the $5 difference between selling it at 10 and 15. Since the price can rise indefinitely, my potential losses as a short seller are unlimited, which is terrifying.
Yeah.
And at some point, I have to buy it back to return the shares I borrowed. So the more the price rises, the bigger my losses.
Yeah.
And so now for GameStop, a few weeks ago, a Redditor on Wall Street Bets noticed that a hedge fund had taken a massive amount of short trades against GameStop. And they convinced everyone on the thread to join forces and buy as much GameStop as possible. This made the price rise, and the hedge fund's short positions started to lose billions.
It's so crazy.
Their losses surpassed $13.1 billion that the hedge fund was worth. Eventually, the hedge fund had to close. The hedge fund had to close their short positions and buy all the GameStop stock back at much, much higher prices. Sending the price even higher still.
Oh my God.
They had to buy back this expensive stock, which made it
Contributed
go up even
to
more.
it. Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then, so that's called a short squeeze. Okay, that's what a short squeeze is when you force people to buy it back at a higher price, which makes the stock go up even higher.
That's also when I give a hand job and the guy comes really quickly.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
Same type of thing.
Yeah.
Same type of thing. So then, so the hedge fund is declaring bankruptcy, and the Reddit thread is combing through other hedge funds with massive short exposure so they can short squeeze them into bankruptcy as well.
I also like to short squeeze men into bankruptcy.
Emotional bankruptcy.
Yeah.
So all of Wall Street is saying that the public joining together in this fashion should be illegal, but really, they just lost at their own game to the masses.
Yeah, like I don't see what is illegal about it if it's all public record.
It's not illegal at all.
It's not.
They're just trying to say it is.
It's people talking to one another. It's regular people
that
talking
should
to one
be
another.
illegal.
They just have a bigger forum.
The internet should be illegal.
Talking to someone should be illegal. Are they like alleging that it's like insider trading, even though there's nothing insider about it?
I don't think that, no, because you can discuss stocks publicly. There's like forums and websites for that. Like there's no, unless you work at a company and you're talking about a stock, that's insider. But if you're just a regular person discussing stocks, you have no tie to the stock, that's totally legal.
And Martha Stewart went to jail for insider trading, right?
Yeah, because she had like a person on the inside of what company did she buy? She knew someone on the inside who gave her a tip to like buy a stock.
But this is different because this is all public record.
Yeah.
Totally different, totally legal.
If it would be different if someone on Reddit was like, hey,
Right.
I work at AMC, buy now because blah, blah, blah is going to happen. That's insider trading.
It's crazy that like these massive financial institutions can profit off of like normal poor people, but like normal poor people can't profit off of these massive financial institutions. Like that's
Well, it's like 2008. It's like that everything that happened in the financial crisis where it was like all those companies got bailed out. Every single one of them got bailed out and people lost everything. People lost everything. And then the billionaires just kept everything they
they should be bailing out everyone who bought GameStop.
Yeah.
It would be exactly the same thing if people were like, I need my money back. That's exactly what happened to like the housing,
That's
the bubble
interesting.
or whatever.
Yeah. Well, this is crazy. I would love to know if you're listening, like if you have been buying these stocks or if you're part of that Reddit thread or if like you're a hedge fund manager or work in the stock market. I would love to hear from you too and hear your perspective. I'd love to hear both perspectives, people who have engaged in this and then also people who are against it. I would love to hear your justification and your reasoning.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any like
Yeah.
real justification for not doing it. Like even our stockbroker, like me, Martin stockbroker is like, I've never seen anything like this. It is impressive as hell.
It's crazy. It's power to the people, man.
The people that are against it are like the risk averse people that are like, this is ridiculous. This shouldn't even be done. You know, no one's going like, this isn't fair that you guys are doing this. It's all just like, this is not how the stock market works. So you can't be doing this. But what everyone's saying is, yes, it is how it works. It just works like this behind closed doors where no one else can see it.
The funniest tweet. Maria sent it. The funniest tweet. It said Forbes top 100 richest people: Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and Frodo Teabaggins 420. It's just it's the perfect Reddit username for someone who made $1 billion off the stock market. Yeah, I'm Frodo Teabaggins 420. I made $2 million off GameStop.
It's so crazy, man. Are they predicting? Well, I don't know. I guess maybe Robinhood is going to try to squash this, but on the thread, are they still kind of investigating what other places have done big short sells and trying to buy up stock in other places?
There's like a whole list of places that are short selling.
Wow.
I bought Dogecoin.
Oh yeah. So what the fuck is that real quick? What's that?
It was a cryptocurrency that was created as a joke, like, I don't know, 6 years ago.
It's like Cougar Town.
Yeah, I was like, Dogecoin, that's funny. And I bought it for, it was like 0.002 cents. It was like 1/1000th of a cent.
Oh my God.
I bought like 30,000 shares of it 2 years ago. Because it's not government regulated, everyone's like, buy cryptocurrency. Like, they can't take that from us.
You love crypto.
I love it. And so it's gone up so much in the past few days. It's now up to like 2 cents. But that's a lot when you have 30,000 shares of it.
Jesus, that is so crazy.
And what I meant by my Cougar Town joke was it was made on it. It was made on for a joke. That's what the creators have said. They said we pitched it as a joke. And then
that's like going to be me with my Bigfoot show, but I won't get into that too much.
How's Craig doing?
He's glued to that computer, baby.
Oh boy.
It's just really, it makes your blood boil when you see this happening so blatantly. You're like, this is ridiculous that the little guy literally can't it's just so, and in a time when like wealth is so in your face with like the wealthy going, look at me,
and after
where it's
quarantine,
like,
when people haven't been making money for a year.
Yeah. Like people are bored and they're broke and like, sorry, they were resourceful enough to figure out how to make money. Like, good for them.
Yeah. And they were all they didn't have they had jobs, but it was all working from home. So like they had time to do this. It's like, why? let it be. It is what it is. Sorry you got screwed.
Let it be. Let it be.
Let it be.
Well, on that note, I think "Let It Be" is a great ending tag phrase. Please contact us if you've been, like I said, part of this, for or against it. We'd love to hear all viewpoints on this. Melissa, where can people reach us?
You can email us at webcrawlerspod@gmail.com. And you can send us some insider tips. Wink, wink. Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't send us insider tips.
I am Allie Dogecoin Siegel.
Wow.
Yeah, you are.
Thanks.
I'm Melissa Short Squeeze Stetton.
And I'm Maria.
Emotional bankruptcy.
Oh, that's so good. Blasucci.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.